So back to the idea that life is an illusion out there, that we are projecting this holographic simulation, quantum physics energy field. We are observing it into whatever it is we consciously believe it's going to become. And, when you realize that, is that you have to accept that every person, every circumstance, every experience you have in life is a reflection of you. Like you have to. It doesn't work any other way. Because if I am always projecting my simulation, let's put it that way. Like when you put on the goggles and gloves of a game or a simulation, well, it's just like the Matrix. Like when we put on our body, we're suddenly in this matrix, this collective reality that we all share. So there's similar rules in this matrix, i.e., there is gravity, that when you swim in fluid and you walk on land kind of thing. Like there's some basic principles about how this simulation works. So indeed, the matrix it was a reflection of reality. So when we come into the matrix in the morning, when we wake up into this collective reality. As I said, in here, we have a shared set of beliefs about what this reality is and how it works. We have shared beliefs. Because if we didn't believe in gravity, guess what? We'd all be floating around. And I don't know whether people really understand that, is that the only reason why our reality operates as it does is because we believe it does. And that's on a basic level. So back to the idea that when you put the goggles and gloves on, just like in a game, you're going to be loaded into the level of the game that you're ready for. And you don't get to move up until you've mastered those levels. Well, spirit is similar, is that think of life as this massive simulation, and you come in at level one, and as spirit you're going to progress up the levels, and you don't get to experience different beliefs until you've climbed the levels and you've understood things. And one of the higher principles that you have to learn here as you master this simulation is to understand that you were never a victim, ever. Because the only thing that that simulation is designed to do is to give you the life that matches where you are vibrationally. That's what it's designed to do. Like, as I said, the gamer doesn't get to go to level 10. Like when he puts on the goggles and gloves, if he's on level 2, that is the level of reality he gets. Well, we're exactly the same. So, very similar. So there are no victims, man. It is like who we are is constantly determining what we experience in terms of this illusion. And it really depends on how you use what's going on. As I said, the key to remaining in the flow of your life, in the magic, in the abundance of it, in the love of it, is to remain high vibrational at all times. And you remain high vibrational by always staying in your heart and by seeing things constructively, as in, what am I learning from this? So when you go into fight mode, like I gotta fight for my rights and this, that, and the other thing, when you're doing it from a place of fear, you keep your vibration low. If, on the other hand, your heart is open and you address the issue in a very heartfelt way, then you're coming at it differently. But if you're coming at it from fear, if you're coming at it with aggression, a fear of being put down or whatever, that's what keeps the whole movement in a low energy vibration. And that's where victimization lives. And so what you perceive is what you're going to experience. Is that if you feel like life is going to crap on you, then indeed life will do that for you, because the universe will give you whatever it is you say you want more of. And it's all based on how you see things. So if you're coming at life out of fear, the universe will keep dishing it up, dishing it up, dishing it up, until you know to shift levels and start coming out of more love rather than fear, more expectation that people will accept and love you for you, not for some random element of your persona, sort of thing. So it really does, like the first stage is really rising up out of that fear-based reality into something more loving and expecting that as much as there could be scary circumstances in the world, there are plenty of circumstances that are not scary. And when you expect to find them, you will. And when you yourself start vibrating at that level of expectation, you will find more and more and more instances of that loving reality that you're a part of. That's the biggest thing that we do, is moving from this powerless, helpless, vulnerable, victimized, blaming state to a more loving, respectful, expectant population, expecting to work with the universe. That's the biggest shift that has to take place inside us, because we've been conditioned to be small-minded, to be limited, to fear the world, to fear people, to expect violence, to I mean, our world even shows us lack. It taught us to be in lack when the truth of the universe is abundance. The biggest shift is coming out of this victimized state into an empowered state to live in the world as the creator of the world that we are. And like that's pretty much the whole agenda. Like that's pretty much, if you were to say what is the one giant step from here to a different world, this is the step that has to be mastered. And all of these parts in the middle are just your learning to keep it high vibrational, constructive, and expecting the universe to support you instead of work against you, and to really step into power rather than fear. And what that looks like, that is a huge undertaking. You're describing my last 30 years.